everybody. I don't know why I say hey everybody every time, but it's a bad habit and I can't break it. Welcome to Hey We're Talking. It is Wednesday. And you know what that means. Sort of. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Sometimes we talk about man stuff. But if you're a female, you're more than welcome to join us and be a part of the man stuff. Wednesday. Is that what it's something? Isn't that what
It'd just be a woman stuff.
Woman stuff.
Yeah, midweek woman stuff.
Midweek man stuff. And midweek woman stuff. All right.
Let's just not start reviewing like makeup and,
Kotex.
Women's items. Yeah, that just
like
doesn't
that.
work.
Kotex is kind of a throwback. I don't even know if they do that anymore.
No, they still have that. But now it's like it's still like Tampax, and I mean them are the big name ones. You got to get the pearl applicator instead of the cardboard one.
Boy, the show just went right into the crapper right at the beginning. All right, so this is St. Patrick's Day week. As you can tell, I've got my green on again because we record the shows Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. What's that?
Can they tell? Can they tell?
Well,
can they tell that you're
if they're
wearing green?
watching the show on YouTube, they can tell.
Maybe your
Oh, Bob.
Oh, Bob's audio
on iTunes was just green as you were talking, and people just understood that.
Yeah. That was awesome because he got the whole sentence out, and then his video kind of caught up, and he shook his head like, dang it, this is really bugging me. But it was perfect. It didn't lose the whole sentence.
Yeah, this is.
All right. So, St. Patrick's Day. Here's my question, because I wanted to know what people think about this. And you guys can join us in the conversation. Go to heywe'retalking.com. Send us email at heywe'retalking@gmail.com or hit us up on any one of our social medias. You can go to Bob's Talking on Twitter. Scott is Talking on Twitter. And Derek is he says contact him through Instagram at Derek J. Tan.
Or text him.
Yeah, text him at bleep, bloop, bleep, bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop, bleep, bleep, bleep. There you go.
There you go.
So, the question for today is St. Patrick's Day. Drink or no drink? Do you drink, Derek, on St. Patrick's Day if you're not working?
And I know I'm drinking right now. Oh, let me show you what I'm drinking. I'm drinking some Redbreast 12. This is an Irish whiskey.
The second day of the week you're drinking that stuff. You must really like it.
I know. It's crazy because we were just on 2 days ago, and I was wearing this exact same shirt and drinking from this exact same glass.
Exactly. Your Irish shot glass, as you call it.
And Bob's got.
That's okay. He'll pop back in. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
So drink on St. Patrick's Day. Yes or no?
I say it's okay. I am because, I enjoy the occasional beverage. Mm-hmm. But I think because St. Patrick's Day has become a cultural celebration, it's kind of the day that the world is Irish.
Yeah,
and it's a restriction, as we mentioned a couple of days ago. We mentioned they lift the restrictions on Lent. I say it's all right to have a little bit of beverage, celebrate a little bit.
Now, have you ever had a green beer, Derek? Have you ever actually partaken in a green beer?
I actually have not. I kind of want to.
Yeah, me too. I have never done it either. I've never had a green beer. Most of the reason why is because it's just green food coloring in a beer. It sounds weird to me.
Have you had any green beer, Bob?
No, I haven't. And my fear has always been that I would drink it and then my lips and teeth and tongue would all turn green. So I've never had one, and I don't know, maybe it is just green food coloring, but the problem is most of the beers that are probably dyed green are probably not my favorite style of beers.
No, it'll be like light beer. It'll be Bud Light, Miller Light, Coors Light, all that garbage.
Well, maybe
wait a minute. I take that back because I know people will get angry if I talk about their light beers like that.
Maybe what I'll do is just once I get home from traveling is just drop a little bit of food coloring in there and in a beer and just see what happens.
Well, what's going to happen is you're going to drink a green beer then.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yes.
And if you like it, Bob, you can change your Instagram or your Twitter handle to Green Beer Bob, because I think that sounds pretty cool.
Greenbeerbob.com.
Greenbeerbob.com. Yes, that sounds amazing.
I gotta hurry up and go buy that real quick before somebody takes it.
You do. Hurry up. So I think for me, the drink on St. Patrick's Day, I think yes, definitely. In fact, usually I try to get some Guinness, and I get what the heck do I mix with it? Because I make black and tans usually on St. Patrick's Day. I've done Harp before, but I get I can't remember the name of it now. I feel so stupid. But anyway, I usually make black and tans. Again, because I'm the old guy, I forget things.
What are you trying to remember? An Irish beer or an Irish whiskey?
No, it's a beer that you usually mix with Guinness to make black and tans, and I can't remember the name of it. It'll come to me in a moment when I don't really need to know it anymore, but everyone's probably shouting it at me right now. So there you go.
We're not shouting.
But I usually
No.
will have black and tans, and I have been known to have a couple of Irish car bombs, which is very culturally insensitive but tasty. Have you ever had a car bomb?
Is that a Guinness Bass Black?
Yeah, it's Bass. There you go. Bass. So I do Bass, which is an English beer, which is kind of weird to do that to the Irish people, because English people are horrible. Wait, I didn't say that. Did I say that? Oh, it's just because I'm Scottish.
Whoa! I'm an English person, so calm yourself, Scott. There's going to be a feud here.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like you.
I know.
You seen Braveheart,
but
man? What the English did to the Scots? Those sons of... Anyway. Car bombs. Have you had a car bomb before? Anyone?
What goes into a car bomb? What goes into that?
You've got your Guinness, and then you do some Bailey's Irish Cream, and some, technically you would want to do an Irish whiskey with the Bailey's, and then you drop it into the glass, and you drank it. And you drank it. And it tastes wonderful.
I've had some similar stuff.
Why do you have to slam it, though? That's what I don't get. Why can't you just mix them all together and just drink it?
Because that's what you're supposed to do.
Because that's what I.
That's how you get wasted. It's by drinking a bunch of those really fast.
I didn't have that exactly. I think one time I went to a BR and had it's the same company that makes Jägermeister. They have like a blackberry type thing.
What?
I think it's called Black House or something like that. I don't know. I remember having this. They took this liqueur and they dropped it in the beer and you drink it. And I don't know what they call that. I don't know if that's like a German U-boat or
I like how you're just making it up. A German U-boat.
Like a Nazi surprise. I don't know.
A Nazi surprise. Oh my gosh.
No,
I didn't know they made like a Jewish liquor. You drop it. Never mind.
Oh no, we've gone there. We've just plunged into the depths.
I've had a lunchbox, which is like orange juice, half beer, and a shot of amaretto thrown into it.
What?
That's a weird one, but it was good back in the day.
Does it taste good?
Yeah. We drank a lot of them way back in the day.
I feel like orange juice and beer would be horrible. But now that I say that, based on some of the beers that we've had on the other thing that we've been a part of that I won't mention, the Beer and Baggy Show, those beers that have that kind of orange juice taste to them are pretty fantastic.
Oh, yes, they are. Very much so.
Very good.
I like this drink, guys, where I take a glass and I pour in some whiskey, and then I pour in some more of the same whiskey, and then I drink it.
And then you drink it? Yeah,
that's a pretty good drink.
It's a pretty good drink.
There's
I highly recommend it.
So you talked about Jaeger. We're getting far away from the Irish stuff.
Jaeger.
Isn't there a thing where you just drop a Jaeger shot into a beer? Isn't that like a depth charge or something? What is that?
It's something like that, and that's kind of what that's the German U-boat drink that I just made up. That's kind of what it was.
If there's not a drink called the German U-boat, you need to make it and patent that thing, because that's fantastic.
I mean, we're coming up with all kinds of stuff on this show. We're coming up with Green Beer Bob. We're coming up with the U-boat drink. I mean,
and then you've got your drink where you put the whiskey in, and then you put some more whiskey in. I mean, what are you going to call that? A double whiskey?
A double whiskey?
The double Derek. I don't know.
The double D. There you go. I like it.
People love the double D. It's great.
Double D's taken though. That's Dunkin' Donuts, man. Sorry, there's no. You can't coin that phrase.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I missed some of the Jaeger talk though. I absolutely love Jaeger. I think it's just one of those. I never buy it though because it's expensive, and I'm the only person I know that would actually drink it. And if I buy a whole bottle, I'll wind up drinking it. So yeah, I love.
I've had some times where I thought to myself, why did I drink the Jaeger? But I
have a Jaeger story. Do you want to hear my Jaeger story?
Tell the Jaeger story.
So I was not in the military, but I was traveling. I was a contractor in Iraq, traveling back and forth between the United States and Iraq, and I had this long layover in Frankfurt, Germany, at the airport. I was going to be there like 8 hours, and people said, hey man, you should get on like their train and explore the city and go around. But I was like nervous about that type of thing. So I just wanted to drink Jaeger. And
while you were in Germany, you were like, I got to drink Jaeger.
Yeah. I mean, I like Jaeger. I think it's really good when it's cold. When it's warm, it's like cough medicine. But when it's really nice and chilled, it's magic.
Yeah.
And so I went to there was like a bar in the airport. It's a huge airport in Frankfurt. And I was like, I would like some Jägermeister, please. And he's like, well, if you would like to save some money, we have a grocery store, in the basement of the airport, and you can just buy a bottle of Jaeger there. So I went to the grocery store. I bought a bottle of Jaeger. I found a dark corner of the airport, and I drank Jaeger and played my Game Boy, and that's what I did for a while.
I think it's funny that the guy wouldn't just give you a shot of Jaeger, and he was
I did. He did. I took some Jaeger, and I was like, man, this is good. And he was like, well, if you want some more Jaeger, you could just get the bottle. Save you some money. I was like, great.
I think the voice makes weird
German accent.
No, that's pretty spot on. I like it. That's a good. I like the voice is what makes this story.
I do. Yeah, I like to do voices, guys.
Is that Hans or Franz talking?
No, it was Hans. Or he could have been Dietrich. I don't know. Sven. Thanks, Dietrich.
That is such a great German name. I took German in high school, and my name was Wolfgang in my class. Now, that has nothing to do with what my real name was, because in Germany, I would be Scott. Your name doesn't change.
That too. They did that too. I took German in college, and we had a German teacher, and she was like, we had 3 people, and she was like, we want to tell you, what is your German name going to be? So this one guy, Frank, was like, I want to be Sven. This old lady, she was 70, taking German. She's like, I want to be Inga. And she was like, Derek, what do you want to be? I was like, I'm going to be Derek. I'm going to be myself.
You ruined it.
They told me to always be myself, so I should have been Frank or something.
We had a guy in my class, and his name was Dieter. Dieter. Hey, there's the dogs. Yes. We've got a dog sighting. Well, hearing.
Yeah, I think my wife's home. So
my wife. You didn't do it right.
Sorry. My wife is home. So, yeah, that's why they're barking.
So Derek has a very good Dietrich impersonation. I liked it.
Thank you, Scott. If you would like some more of this whiskey, we do have a grocery store in the lower level of the airport.
It's the reason that he did that too is because German people are just so they're practical. So he was just thinking to himself, I would not make this man buy all these shots from me. He could go down to the basement and get a very bottle of his own.
I like that. You did good. We need to have German accent day on Hey We're Talking.
Do you remember any of your German? I'm sorry, Bob. Go ahead. I was going to ask if you remember any German.
When we do that, the day we have German accent day on the show, I will sing a German song that I know. So
I know. I know a German song too from class, man.
We will save that. We will save that until German Day here on.
Dude, now we have to have a show about German stuff. It'll be fun.
I like German stuff. What was your question, Scott?
Do you remember any of your conversational German?
Yeah. The number 6 is pronounced sex in German.
Yeah.
And that's all I remember.
That's it? You don't remember Guten Tag, wie geht es Ihnen? Es geht mir gut. Und Ihnen? Auch gut, danke.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about German.
Max Millifes Manson, weiß nicht, wie glücklich ich bin.
Look at him go. He knows German better than you and me.
No, I don't. Yeah. I just know that was a part of the song. Instead of singing it, I just talked it. Makes me sound like it. I'll go talk to somebody in German and be like, du, liegst mir in Herzen? Du liegst mir in Sinn. Du machst mir Schmerzen. Weiß nicht, wie glücklich ich bin.
Now all I can think of is du hast
mich. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching this St. Patrick's Day
from Germany. Live from Germany.
Went into Germany.
St. Patrick.
All right, awesome. So that's the best place to end the show right there. I should have stopped right when Derek yelled in German. What did you say, Bob?
I said, do the Germans like the Irish people?
Nobody likes the Germans.
Well, I think we're just causing some ruckus here in the third world countries.
Thanks for
third world. What?
Ireland and Germany are not third world,
no.
and you didn't even answer the question correctly. So why don't we end this very culturally sensitive episode of Hey We're Talking? And if you're listening from Germany or Ireland, I'm very sorry. Please check us out on iTunes, heywe'retalking.com, or youtube.com/heywe'retalking. Thanks for watching.
Except for we don't have the /Hey We're Talking yet.
Sorry.
So subscribe to us so that we can get Hey We're Talking on the end of our YouTube channel. Dang it. All right. Thanks for listening. Auf Wiedersehen.
Du hast.